All right, welcome to VOP News Update. My name is Moses Humphrey. Suspected gunmen have kidnapped the Oba of Idofin, Shedrack Durojaye Obibeni, and his wife in Yagba East local government area of Kogi State. They were kidnapped along Makutu Idofin Road in Kogi State at about 5 p.m. on Monday, according to a report by the News Agency of Nigeria. Confirming the incident, Mr. Abdulrazak Ashiru, Yagba East Local Government Council Chairman, described it as very shocking and sad. Ashiru said that he was still in shock over the incident, which had not happened in the area for almost 2 years. The council boss said that alerts and messages have already been sent to all the traditional rulers and community leaders in Okun land to be vigilant and conduct a thorough search for the rescue of the couple. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has carried out a major shakeup of the nation's security architecture with the immediate retirement of all the service chiefs and the Inspector General of Police, Usman Baba. Also affected are special advisors and the Controller General of the Nigeria Customs Service, according to a statement by the Director of Information, Office of the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Willie Bassi. A former theater commander, Operation Hadinkai, Major General Christopher Musa has replaced General Lucky Rabo as the Chief of Defense Staff. Similarly, Major General Taurid Lagbaja is now the Chief of Army Staff. He replaced Lieutenant General Farouk Yahaya. Air Vice Marshal H.B. Abubakar was appointed as the Chief of Air Staff in place of Air Marshal Oludayo Amao, and Rear Admiral E.A. Ogala will take over from Vice Admiral Awol Gambo as the Chief of Naval Staff. Also, Deputy Inspector General of Police Kayode Egbetokun has been appointed as the acting IG, while Major General EPA Udendeyi is the acting Chief of Defense Intelligence. Nuhu Ribadu, who was appointed last week as the Security Advisor to the President, has been elevated as the National Security Advisor. He replaced Major General Babagana Monkunu, retired, who was appointed in July 2015 by former President Muhammadu Buhari. Also, Adeniyi Adewale was appointed as the Acting Comptroller General of Customs. Similarly, the President approved the appointments of other military officers in the presidential villa. The federal government yesterday reached an agreement with labor leaders to spend 8 weeks fashioning out all contentious issues and implement the resolutions arising from the demands of labor. Recall that immediately after President Bola Tinubu announced the removal of fuel subsidy on May 29, organized labor threatened to go on strike, alleging that the government did not put in place measures to cushion the effect of subsidy removal. To avert the strike, the federal government quickly convened a meeting with labor where demands that will serve as palliatives were made, and the two parties agreed to meet again on June 19th. At the meeting yesterday, the federal government and the leadership of the Nigeria Labour Congress (NLC) and the Trade Union Congress (TUC) agreed that all the issues and demands raised should be concluded within 8 weeks. The two parties also set up a presidential steering committee to serve as a clearinghouse in coordinating the technical subcommittees on different items raised. Briefing State House correspondents at the end of the meeting, the president of TUC, Festus Usifo, who was flanked by his NLC counterpart, Joe Ajero, said the parties would reconvene next Monday to review the framework marshaled out. Also speaking, the special advisor to the president on special duties, communication and strategies, Dele Alake, said the meeting considered the short-term, medium-term and long-term measures in resolving the issue with the government. President Bola Tinubu has pledged to give priority attention to the health and safety of Nigerians. He was speaking at a meeting with Aliko Dangote, president of Dangote Group, and Bill Gates, co-chair of the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, who visited him at the Aso Rock Villa in Abuja on Monday. The visit was part of the Gates Foundation's commitment to working with leaders and partners to support innovation that can help accelerate progress and improve lives across Africa. While saluting the courage and commitment of Bill Gates that Bill Gates had showed in working with humanity, the president commended the partnership with Aliko Dangote Foundation. Tinubu said his administration would do all that is required to make their work in Nigeria and Africa successful, particularly in the area of eradicating polio, measles, malaria, and other diseases from the continent. He praised Bill Gates' efforts on climate change and in eradicating polio and malaria from Africa. While answering questions from the State House correspondents after the meeting, Dangote congratulated President Tinubu on his election and the successful assumption of office. He said the visit to the villa was to brief the president on the activities of the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation and Aliko Dangote Foundation. A heat wave has killed more than 100 people in India as temperatures climbed to 43 centigrade in the northern states. The majority of deaths attributed to the heat wave have been among people over the age of 60, prompting officials to urge older people to stay at home until temperatures cool. The heat wave began in mid-April when temperatures climbed to 44 centigrade, but it has intensified over the past 25 days. In the northern states of Uttar Pradesh, 54 people have died, with 46 more in Bihar and 20 in Odisha. Officials say the heat wave has led to a 40% surge in patients seeking medical treatment for symptoms such as chest pain, breathlessness, and fever. Most of those who have died as a result of the heat wave have been over the age of 60 with pre-existing conditions such as high fever, diabetes, hypertension, and asthma. Heat waves are common before the monsoon season, with June being one of the hottest months. Experts fear, however, that they are getting worse because of climate change. And that's the VOP News Update. I'm Moses Humphrey.